This is Tony Fuentes, and today's featured guitar tone patch is none other than one of the most requested tones of NEAL SCHON from Journey. This is my NEAL SCHON inspired tone from When the Lights Go Down in the City. There are several covers of that on YouTube, real nice covers. There's lots of great lessons on the song, but not many NEAL SCHON tones. I happen to be able to dial in the definitive NEAL SCHON. This is the definitive NEAL SCHON tone that you'll ever need to play When the Lights Go Down in the City, whatever the song is called. Don't worry, don't come for me. And this is not a lesson on how to play the song, but just to give you the tone. Now, real quick, this is an inspired tone. It's not exact. It's not the exact amp or settings. No one has that except NEAL SCHON. But this is the next best thing to NEAL SCHON, because back then NEAL SCHON had the Boss eBand in 1976. But no, if you have I'm using the Boss eBand JS-10, which has the Boss GT100 effects processor built into it. I will get you there, so go ahead and look at my screen. I'm going to give you the snapshots of all my settings. It's going to be a really quick tutorial, very easy tutorial. But if you have pedals, rack mounts, stomp boxes, computer-based software, if you have all these high-end $3,000-$4,000 effects processors like the Axe Effects 1, 2, 3, the Line 6 Helix, the Line 6 Pod, and whatnot. If you have all those, I'll get you there, because my tones are easy to dial in, and I'll get you very, very close to the sound that you want to get. Once you lock this in, tweak it, make it better. Take some of this out, put some of this in, add more reverb, more delay, less delay. These tones are yours, they're free, they're mine to give to you. These are, for me, already set in stone. I'm very happy with this tone, and I love sharing my tones. With that said, if you're like, oh, Tony, doesn't sound like this. Yes, it does. It does sound like this. But my point is, once you lock it in, it's going to sound better, probably through your system, through your rig. I'm using the Les Paul, and both of these pickups are the Marzio Super Distortion pickups. Whatever pickups you may have dirtier pickups, you may have cleaner pickups. Keep that in mind. And I'm giving you this tone, like you just heard, with my guitar volume around 5 and 7. The guitar volume is around between 5 and 7. So look at my settings and just follow the screen. Once you lock it in, then go ahead and tweak it and make it sound better, because you may want to add more gain or take less gain and so forth. Alright, but this is a NEAL SCHON inspired tone, so you can't come for me and say, oh, it's not that tone. Yes, it is, because it's an inspired tone. I'm going to make each one of you sound like NEAL SCHON by dialing in this tone patch and then playing When the Lights Go Down in the City, in your setup, your studio, your home. It's going to sound really, really good, alright? Any questions, comments, or feedback, leave them below. And that's it for the talking. And I'm going to go over the settings with you. And I'm going to, as I go over the settings, we're going to give you the snapshots. So don't mind me. Don't mind me if I have some strawberry cheesecake real fast as I give you the tone video. I have to open this up first. And if you hear that jingle, it's probably Pippi. I have to open this up. So hold on 1 second. Here we go. Oops, here we go. So I thought before I give you the tone patch, you guys got to know what I'm doing here. So there it is. There she is. You know. Well, Tony, is this a tone video or what? Oh no, I'm going to give you the tone, but you're going to watch me eat cheesecake. That's where else on YouTube can you get free guitar tones? Wait, hold on. I have the best channel for tones because you have to watch me eat cheesecake. Alright, we're going to. Someone's making an appearance real fast. There she is. So we're just enjoying her. Look. There she is. Pippi, I'm recording. I'm recording a video, Pippi, okay? Can I record a video? Huh? Let me record a video. Hold on. Let's see if we can record a video. So let's go ahead and begin. I'm going to be using the neck position pickup right here. My guitar volume for this lesson should be around between 5 and 7, give or take. 6 and 8, 5 and 7 will be my guitar volume, right? Let's go ahead and give me the settings. I'm using a Marshall Plexi 1959 or Marshall 1959 Plexi Input 1. That's the amp modeling I'm using. My gain is at 54 and my effect level is at 66. Here's a screenshot. Real fast, on this tone patch, play with your gain, because you may hear things differently from the studio album, from live versions. So it's all in the gain. Play with your gain. You may want to add more, take off less, all right? But just lock this in as is. Then depending on your system and your pickups or whatever guitar you're going to use, you're going to make it sound really good, all right? So by all means, make my tones better with yours, tweaking and so forth, right? So next, my bass is at 50, my middle is at 50, my treble is at 50, and my presence is at 0. So there is a screenshot. Next in my chain, this is a very simple tone. If you don't have this on your screen or your setup, don't worry about it. It won't affect your tone. It just happens to be on mine. My T comp, I have it on, but it's on 0. There was a screenshot. I have no compressor, so there's no compressor or limiter for this tone, so take that out. I don't need it. I don't want it. Now this is where you can play with your NEAL SCHON setting. I'm using a MXR Distortion Plus effect, as you can see in the screenshot. My DST Plus is emulating, modeling a MXR Distortion Plus. Alright? And my settings for this is my drive is at 0. That's the secret. That's a trick. You can have a distortion pedal, overdrive pedal. There's lots of ways you can dial them in. I like George Lynch's method, where you go the extremes, put the drive all the way up, put the effect level down, or put the drive all the way down, put the effect level all the way up. In this case, for me to get my NEAL SCHON tone, I have my drive on my MXR distortion pedal. I have my drive at 0, my bottom at plus 30, my tone at 0, and my effect level at 70. Here's the screenshot. Now this, you can play with your drive to get more of a NEAL SCHON crunch, whatever, play with it. So this is going to be depending on your pickups, alright? So make sure you are aware of that. My noise gate, here we go. I have it right in the middle. It's at 50. There's my threshold. There's my noise gate. Here it is. Now, I do not have any EQ, so this will be a very easy tone patch to dial in, especially if you don't have any EQ pedals or whatnot. I don't have any EQ. So this is going to be dependent on your amp gain and whatever overdrive or distortion effect pedal you want to use to get the NEAL SCHON tone, right? I'm just telling you what I'm using to get that inspired tone. You may come up with a better overdrive or a cleaner overdrive or a boost or a better distortion. So play with it, but lock this in as is. All right. Real quick, I have no modulation, so I have no chorus, no flanger, no phaser, none of that. So I have no modulations. See how fast this tone is? We have 2 more parameters and we're done, all right? But I do have delay, and obviously, for me, I'm using the delay time, the NEAL SCHON delay of 1000 milliseconds. You're like, what? Yes, you'll see the screenshot. I'm using 1000 milliseconds. My feedback, I have it at 20. My high cut, I have it at flat. And my effect level, I have it at 50. This is where you can play with your delay. You're all telling there's no delay in it. I hear delay. You can take out the delay. I like the delay to fill the space, to make it more ambient. So if you're going to play this with a band or a cover or with the album, it fills the space because this sounds really good. Again, drop down your guitar volume. In my case, I have it at 7. That's what I'm using. You don't have to use it. You can drop your delay, lower the effect level if you want to. It's up to you. That's just what I happen to have to fill the space. Lastly, I'm using reverb. I'm using a plate reverb. You may have a gazillion reverb samples to choose from. I only have 5, so I use what I have to work with. I'm using a plate reverb. If you have a better reverb out there, play with your reverbs. This is not set in stone. For me, this is set in stone. But to make this a definitive NEAL SCHON inspired tone, that's where your ears are going to come into play, and you can change it, you can tweak it, but use this as a template, and then it'll be a springboard to get you there faster. My reverb time, I have it at 4.0, my high cut, I have it at flat, and my effect level, I have it at 70. If you want to play with the gain, we can do that. Remember, my gain was at 54, let's put the gain at 74. Drop the guitar volume, remember? Everybody, thanks so much for watching this video. Again, leave your comments, requests below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks, everybody. Bye.